Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here, continuing to cook up this NBA action, man. Y'all know we do it on the jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day. Yesterday, it was a rough one, man. We call a spade here on the jam session. Looking to bounce back on this money-making Friday. We dropped our top play yesterday with the Oklahoma City Thunder buddies, man. Hey, fourth quarter, they went down with like double digits. Then they cut the lead down to 4 with like 3-4 minutes left to go and just couldn't get over the hump, man. I told you that those damn Sacramento Kings, man, they've been a thorn in my side for most of the season. That's one of the few teams I just don't have a good read on. When I ride with them, hey, they lose outright to whoever. When I fade them boys, De'Aaron Fox, go out there and have a 40 ball like he had last night. It is what it is. Bounce back today on a Friday, man. 22-9-2, last 33 on our NBA play of the day, man. So, hey, still having a really solid month. Looking to bounce back on that play today. And what else happened yesterday? The chicken nuggets. Hey, go stupid, dummy, crazy at the crib. My Mavs, man. Whew. It was an ugly game for them yesterday. The T-Wolves came in there, smacked them up. What else happened yesterday? I forgot off the top of my head. But yeah, bounce back day on a Friday, man. Let's roll it into a money-making weekend. I appreciate each and every one of you boys tuned in. If you appreciate the content, man, hey, smash that like button for your guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long, man. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Money-making Friday. Let's bounce back. Let's kick the crap out of the books. First game up, we got the New Orleans Pelicans. They're out on the road facing the Charlotte Hornets. Hornets, 7.5-point home dogs. I am going to take them here plus the points. I don't trust the Pelicans out on the road. Yes, I know the Pelicans are head and shoulders the better team. Yes, I know the Pelicans have hooped in certain situations out on the road, kind of like they did against the Wizards the other day. Blew them out, 142-122. Early in that game, I had the Wizards in that game. Wizards was hooping early game. It was looking like, all right, here we go. And the Pelicans put their foot down and stomped them late in that game. Game time decision today is Zion Williamson. I really don't know if he's in or out. I really don't care. In or out, I'm on Charlotte in this one. I'm just expecting the typical flat spot here for the Pelicans. This is going to be their fifth road game in their last 6 games. Really, y'all know I don't like that spot. I just see this as a game where the Hornets keep it fairly competitive is all I'm trying to say. Pelicans probably win it. Think the Hornets can and will keep this one competitive. I want the points in my back pocket in this one. If this game was in New Orleans, I would have no problem laying the points. Much better cover team at home than on the road. Don't trust them in this spot. Next game up, we got the Sixers, man. Whew, laying 15.5 on the Detroit Pistons. Short, sweet, simple. I'm looking to lay the points with the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly, home favorite. They be going crazy, man. And the Pistons, we know what's up with them, man. They haven't won a game since October. They've now lost, 20 straight games in a row. We've seen Philadelphia cover in both games versus Detroit this season. 114-106 was the first meeting, and then 129-111 was the second meeting. Both of those were in Detroit. We know Philly is a much better cover team at home. I see this as a spot where they just take Detroit behind the woodshed. Should be another fairly comfortable win there for the Philadelphia 76ers. Next game up, man, we got the Washington Wizards at the crib, getting 8.5 points in this one. We just talked about them kind of briefly a second ago. They were looking decently in that first half against the Pelicans in their last game, and then it all went to shit. And I think that's probably the same thing that's going to happen here tonight. The Pacers, off a loss, they've been pretty good ATS in that situation, man. And I'm going to trust them here in this spot. Everybody knows I'm on Team Halliburton. I love the running gun style that the Pacers can play. I don't think that the Wizards can score with this team. They're going to try to, and the Pacers do lack defensively. So I do think this is going to be a fun back and forth game, but I think in the end, the Pacers are just way better at playing that style of game. And when it's all said and done, I expect them to win this game by double digits. Let me see. Off a loss, the Indiana Pacers are 7-2 ATS. So there you go. 77.8% of their games they have covered. It's just what they do. They're a great bounce back team. I think they bounce back and beat up on a team they're head and shoulders better than, in my opinion. Think they take the Wizards behind the woodshed. Give me the Pacers. I'm going to lay it there. Next game up, man, we got the best team in basketball, the Boston Celtics, at the crib, laying 6.5 points on the Magic. Really good game today. I'm very interested in this game today. Here's the thing. We saw the Magic beat the Celtics outright in the only meeting this season. That game was in Orlando. They beat them good, too, 113-96. I think Magic match up well with Boston. It's kind of crazy. I think Boston is the best team in the NBA, but there's certain teams that just match up better with you than other teams. And the Magic are one of those teams for the Celtics. I don't want to lay the points here with the Celtics, man. I want to grab them with Orlando. Orlando, they continue to be a money-making machine. And, I see no reason to doubt them. Orlando currently is the second best ATS team in all of the NBA. 17-6 against the number, have covered in 73.9% of their games. And I expect them to come in here and compete in this one. I do. The Celtics, they are rolling, playing really good basketball. We've been on the Celtics, but on the back end of a back-to-back at home here in this spot, I know it's a revenge spot. They're at home, but I don't feel comfortable laying the points. I don't. It is a fairly solid spot for them, though. 5th home game in their last 6 games, comfortable at home. I don't like the back end of a back-to-back, man. And the Magic play defense. And I think they do enough to keep this game competitive. I do. So I'm going to look in the direction of the Orlando Magic in that one. Next game up, man, we got the Toronto Raptors at the crib, laying 2.5 points on the Hawks. We just saw this game the other day. The Raptors did win and cover at home, and I expect them to win and cover at home here in this one as well. We're going to fade Atlanta damn near every chance we get. Atlanta right now today is the worst ATS team in the NBA. 5-18 against the number, have only covered in 21% of their games. They're a fade, man. They're a straight fade. Again, they're 5-18 against the number this season. If you've been betting Atlanta, you've lost a ton of money. You've lost more money betting Atlanta than any other team thus far this season. Toronto, we don't bet them often, but when we do bet them, it's at home, at the crib, in Toronto, where they got a whole country behind them. That's typically where they play their best basketball. You look at them historically. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just beat them. I think they do it again at the crib. Atlanta, they're really struggling right now, and I don't like the spot for them. Not overcomplicating this one. Continuing to fade Atlanta, and I can bet Toronto at home. Next game up, man, we got the Lake Show out on the road, laying 7.5 on the San Antonio Spurs. We saw this game the other night, man. The Lakers did win and cover. I told y'all that line was reflective of somebody not playing. They were on a back end of a back-to-back. Line was, 2.5 in that game? Bron didn't play. They did win and cover, though. The line was 2.5. They won by 3. Here's the thing. Lakers should win this game by double digits, but I'm not laying it here. But I'm not betting the Spurs. That's my thought process here. I don't love this game. I would probably look at an under. I can see this being a slower paced game than the last one, maybe an under style game. I know the Lakers have been scoring here recently, but I think this game is a little slower paced. I think the Lakers are definitely head and shoulders the better team. They, again, should win this game by double digits. Am I rushing to lay it here? No, I'm not. The Spurs are awful, though. It's Lakers or nothing for me here in that game. But, again, I'm not overly in love with it. I'm going to lean towards the under in the Lake Show and the San Antonio Spurs. Next game up, we got the Memphis Grizzlies at the crib getting 3.5. It's an interesting game we got here, man. The Rockets have blown the doors off of Memphis in both games this season. The thing is both of those games were in Houston, where Houston has been hooping. If you don't know, man, Houston is the best home ATS team in the NBA. They just keep getting it done at the crib. 10-1-1 against the number at home. So I'm not surprised at all to see them do that to Memphis. And we know Memphis has been a fade on the road the last 2 seasons. Just is what it is. So I wasn't surprised to see that at all. Houston, 90.9% of their games they've covered at home. Here's the thing. On the road, that's not the case, man. They're terrible against the number out on the road, man. I'm a little nervous for them here in this spot. They're not terrible. They're okay. They're 4-4-1 against the number out on the road. Memphis typically plays its best basketball at home. Here's the thing. I'm on Houston here in this one. I want to know if Bane's going to play. That's what I really want to know. I want to know if Desmond Bane's going to play. He's questionable. If he plays, The Grizzlies are going to play much better basketball. That's currently their best player with John Morant still out. He'll be back soon. But it's Rockets here for me, man. I really don't love the Rockets on the road, but this is a spot where I think they are head and shoulders the better team. We've already seen them kick the crap out of them twice this season. Both were at home. Let's see if they can do it on the road. I do lean in their direction. Last game up, man. We got the Phoenix Suns out. No, Phoenix Suns at the crib, laying 5.5 points on the New York Knicks. Last time we seen the Knicks, man, they got beat on the road by the Utah Jazz, man, 117, 113. They're really struggling. They've lost 3 of their last 4. You could kind of say, 2 of them were against Milwaukee, Boston, 2 teams that are better than them. Then they came home, beat the Raptors, but that loss on the road to the Jazz is a bad loss. We had the Jazz. That was our play of the day that day. Here's the thing. We've seen these 2 teams already play once this season. The Suns went into Madison Square Garden and got a dub. I'm taking the Suns here. It's the Suns for me here. It's their 5th home game, last 6 games. Fairly comfortable at the crib. Bad spot for the Knicks. Their 5th road game in their last 6 games. Eastern Conference team traveling to a Western Conference team. It just doesn't set up as a good spot for me for the Knicks. I think this is the game where the Suns get right, especially off the bad loss for them against the Nets. It wasn't a terrible loss. We know the Nets be hooping, but that was the first game for the Big Three. You would think they would have get that one done. We had the Nets that game as well. Suns for me here in this one. They should hoop at the crib in a bounce back spot and get the Knicks up out of there. Knicks not really playing that well right now. Come on, Phoenix. Let's get this one done, man. Hey, that's all the games for today on a Friday. Looking to bounce back off of yesterday. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you guys, boy. I really, really do. If you appreciate me and the content that I do, man, smash that like button for your guy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Twitter all day long, man. There's a link for that in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. Hey, appreciate y'all boys, man. Let's make some money tonight. Let's continue to kick the crap out of the books. See y'all boys soon, man. I got some content coming out later for y'all, some live shows. So be on the lookout for that, man. It's been your guy, Jay Briggs. I'm out of here, man. Peace.